Hello and welcome to RoundGlass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'll be your guide today. I'm joining you live from Austin, Texas, and thank you for carving out the space in your day to be in your yoga practice. I see y'all are tuning in from New York, and Sacramento, California, also Mission Hills, California. Thank you for joining wherever you're tuning in from. And every time you come into class, just go ahead and drop us a line, let us know where you are practicing with us. Today, our session is about letting go what we no longer need. So we'll be letting it all. Sounds simple, but it actually is a conscious, mindful practice to let go of what's no longer serving us. So we will use the techniques of breath, especially the pathway of our exhale, longer holds, and active surrender to access this power within our yoga poses. So let's get started. Come into a comfortable seat. We begin all of our sessions in a short and simple meditation. So sit up tall. I like to sit on a block or a prop. So if you have your yoga blocks or your bolster, go ahead and slide that under your seat. Let both sits bones be supported. Then ground your palms to your thighs or use a mudra of your choice. Sometimes I like to connect all 10 fingertips in my lap, making a circuit straight through the heart. So choose your mudra, then close your eyes. And all together, let's link up with breath. Take a deep breath in, fill up all the way. Open mouth, exhale. Again, big breath in. Feel your whole body expand. Open mouth, exhale. One more like that. Deep breath in. Fill up. Reach out beyond your skin with your breath. Open mouth. Clear your sacred space. Now bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly. Tune in and listen to the rhythms within you, your sacred inner rhythms. And identify your intention for this today. What is it you want to create or open up to or let go of as you move your body with your breath? With your clear intention guiding your way, let's meet with our hands united at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Now lift your chest up towards the sky. Roll your shoulders up and back. Let your seat create the energy of confidence. Confidence in your own inner wisdom. All together, deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your head towards your heart. Surrender your busy mind. We're leaning into the wisdom of the body rather than the thoughts running through our head. Release your hands to your thighs. Eyes and lift your gaze. Okay, we'll start off on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So reclined bound angle pose. Go ahead and slide any props off to the outer edges of your mat. Use your hands behind your hips. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time until you're laying down on your mat. Then bring the soles of your feet together. Spread your knees out wide. Today, one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. If you feel any crunchiness in your low back, you can press into your feet, lift your hips up, slide your tailbone forward. When we're lifting away from the earth, that's giving us a signal from our bodies that there's tension within us. So go ahead and adapt your yoga poses so that you feel more supported. Lengthen your tailbone towards your toes, or you can place your blocks underneath your thighs. One hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly, and start to deepen your breath. So in this practice, we'll breathe Ujjayi Pranayama. Let's do it together. Inhale through your nose, feel both hands lift. Exhale, press the air out of your nose, down through your lungs until you can pull your low belly back. Embody your breath. Inhale, fill up, feel yourself expanded. Exhale, belly back, feel yourself connected. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, belly back. 2 more rounds of breath on your own. Using your exhale in and out of your nose, or inhale and exhale through your nose. And your exhale is your pathway for release. Now, open your eyes, scoop your hands underneath your thighs, work your knees together, pull both legs into your chest. If it feels good, you can rock side to side or make little circles with your sacrum on the earth. Now, plant your left foot down, point your left knee towards the sky, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This may be enough for you. If this is feeling good, you can bring your hands to your hip creases, thumbs facing in, fingers facing out, and just give yourself a gentle assist. You may feel this in your low back. If you're ready to go a little deeper, lift your left foot up, lace your right arm through the triangle of your legs, catch the front of your shin or behind your knee, and pull both legs towards you. Now notice if you're starting to round your shoulders up or your tail is lifting up, just back up your pose. We want to use the support of the earth to find some level of release physically. Then move your breath through your whole pose. All right, yogis, unwind your arms. Take them out to cactus arms or a full T. Slide your inner thighs together. Twist both knees off the left edge of your mat. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Don't worry about your legs coming down or your shoulder popping up or however it's showing up for you. Just lean into the twist and pause where your body starts to give you the feedback that tension or tightness is available, is right here, and work with that level of resistance within you. As you tune into what you're feeling in the pose, you can start to visualize your exhale clearing out tension or stagnation within your body. Gently engage your low belly back at the base of your next exhale. Bring your legs up to center. Plant both feet on the earth. Tap your knees together. Constructive rest. Option to bring your hands to your hip creases. Press your thigh bones away from you. I always get a good release in my low back here, so I love the guided assist from my hands on my thighs. All right, with your next exhale, pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle, soothing rock. Reclined half pigeon on the left side. Plant your right foot down. Notice my left foot is engaged. Cross your left ankle over your thigh. Lace your arms through. Pull both legs towards you. Keep your feet flexed. When you're engaging your body, you're creating muscular energy. You can awaken your tissues and start to be more specific in the areas where you have an opportunity to let go physically, knowing that there's a ripple effect energetically, emotionally. All right, let's take our twist. Unwind your arms, slide your thighs together, twist both knees off to the right. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Then big full breaths. Every inhale, lift your breath from your low back all the way up through your heart. Every exhale, engage your low belly back. Slowly unwind, come back to center. This time, gather both legs in towards your chest. You can keep a hold of your shins or behind your knees. Really tune into the pathway of your breath. And on your exhale, rock forward. Inhale, rock back. Rock and roll forward and back. This helps tune into the core strength, as well as opens up any latent energy along your spine. Next rock and roll, we'll rock up and we'll meet in Navasana, balancing boat pose. Okay, you can keep a hold of underneath your knees, or you can extend your arms forward, float your heels up. Build the shape that brings you to your unique edge, that space between too much and not enough, where you're in the fullness of your breath and can harness the power of your exhale. All right, let's challenge a little bit more, bring in some more fire, spread your toes wide wherever you are, lift your heart towards the heavens, cross your ankles, roll over your feet, step back, downward facing dog. In your dog pose, first time through, move around and settle into your space. So notice what movements or motions your body is calling for. This inner feedback from moving in a way that feels good helps you to get more specific when we transition into longer poses and harness the power of active surrender. All right, now come into some stillness. Set your gaze back at your heels and see both heels working towards the earth. Notice mine don't touch, mine never have, they never will, but we are working the same principles together. Press down through all four corners of both feet. Then inhale, sweep your right leg high, get long from your right wrist through your right toes. Exhale, draw your knee into your nose, step forward. Inhale, dragonfly twist, right arm up to the sky. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, then lean your heart away from your knee. With your next inhale, stretch your right arm long. Set your right hand down to the inside of your right foot. We'll all turn to spin the left edge of the mat. Look down at your feet, see that all 10 toes are facing off the left edge of your mat. Come into a halfway lift, get long from your hips through your armpits. Keep the length, exhale, forward fold. You can keep your hands on the ground. I like to come to my forearms on my first wide straddle forward fold. Or if you're feeling bendy, you can hook your big toes, pull yourself down a little deeper. Deep, full breaths here. The opening sequence helps us to illuminate where we're holding energy, where we have created patterns within us that are cutting off the flow of life force. Yoga poses help us to open up. Spin your right toes forward, sweep both hands to the top of the mat, pop your left heel up, zip up your low belly, step back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Left side, inhale, float your left leg high, get really long through your whole left side. Exhale, big step forward, ground down through your left big toe mound, pull your knee in towards your heart, gather your power to your center, then expand open. With every inhale, get longer. Each exhale, pull your knee in towards your chest, empty out anywhere where you're holding. Sweep your top arm forward, and then look down, both hands to the inside of your left foot. Spin, wide straddle fold, facing the right edge of your mat. I'll turn to face y'all. Come into a halfway lift here. This time, bend your left knee deeply. Bend your left knee deeply, long stretch through your right leg. If you're feeling open and ready and you want to go into full skandasana, feel free to go there, or keep your hips lifted and buoyant. Switch sides, bend your right knee generously. You can give yourself a little bounce or stay. Notice what feels good to you and where you can access the fullness of your breath. All right, turn your front foot to the top of your mat, plant both hands and step back, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, look forward, bend your knees, exhale, and walk your feet up to your hands. Separate your feet to hip distance. Halfway lift, palms to shins. Draw your upper arm bones back. Let your heart be open. Exhale, forward fold. Think belly to thighs, then drop your head. Lift your sits bones higher. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Set your clear gaze at the union of your hands or close your eyes. Hear and feel your breath. You are alive and on purpose. Remember your intention. Let's bring it to life. Make your highest intentions physical. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. All right, blink your eyes open, yogis, and squeeze your shoulders up by your ears. So gather tension through your shoulders. And now on your exhale, drop your shoulders down, release your hands by your sides, like you're dropping extra baggage you don't need to carry around anymore. Maybe it was never yours to carry, so just shake off anything extra. Palms open, heart open. Now let's drink in new energy. Inhale, sweep your arms wide, reach up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hips, forward fold, we bow together. Palms to shins, halfway lift, get really long from your hips through your heart. Plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank pose. Let's pause and breathe here. High plank integrates upper body, lower body, both sides. So press down into the earth, lift up into your core, pull into your center. Steady your breath. All right, option to drop your knees to the ground, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. If you're coming to upward facing dog, tops of the feet press, hands press down, everything else is lifted. With your next exhale, downward facing dog. Steady your breath, steady your gaze. When you're clear and focused, physically, energetically, emotionally, you can be more sensitive to what's not working and what you can let go. This creates a pathway for purpose. And let's use the sacred sequence of Sun A to get more purposeful with body and breath. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees. Exhale, step, walk, or float, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Use the whole inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, nice and steady. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise, open up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then palms by your sides. Drop what's no longer needed. Next inhale, big open circle like the sun. Exhale, forward fold, turn into your power. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, one exhale this time, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, shift forward into high plank pose. All right, really ground down through your left foot. Float your right leg high. On your exhale, press to down dog and pull your knee towards your nose. Then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bend your left knee generously. Figure four, downward facing dog. So the more you press into your hands and extend your tail high, the deeper you'll get into the dense tissues of your hips. With your exhale, reset your right foot down, downward facing dog. Pedal out your knees, sway out your hips, and notice the difference between your two sides. Let's build on the left side. If the high plank was too much intensity for you, you just simply step into it from your down dog. All right, inhale, roll forward, high plank pose, bring in some core strength. Exhale, press back and pull your knee to your nose. Now cross your ankle over your right thigh. Lift your sits bones high to the sky. Work your ribs towards your left shin. Big full breaths. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the ground. Sit back on your heels. One hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes and tune into your breath. Notice how your body's responding to your practice so far. What's been stirred up through your movement? What can you release? What can you let go of? That'll free you up to be more present and in tune with your inner wisdom now. Bring your hands to heart center. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open. All right, yogis, downward facing dog. Shake out your head. Shake out your jaw. My jaw is always the place where I notice, oh, okay, there's more tension here. So start to notice your holding patterns, and when you have moments to reflect in your practice, You can bring a little soothing movement in that best serves you. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or hop, feet up to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, forward fold. My feet are separated at hip distance. You can bring your toes together if you'd like, whatever's most stable for you. Then inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. All right, in your chair, now shift your weight to your left foot. Hover your right foot up off the earth. So both knees are bent, you're tuned into your core strength. Exhale, cross your right leg over your left, hands to heart center, or you can bring your hands to your hips. Work your thigh bones down, your heart up. You can do this with your breath or by giving yourself physical self-assists. Can you sit a little deeper? Extend your tail back. Inhale, rise to stand, both feet on the earth, hands to heart center. Deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. So in yoga poses, we build stress up physically, and then in the release of the poses, we can harness the power of our exhale and let that excess energy go. Let's do it on the second side. Touch the earth, sit deep into a chair. Inhale, arms up. Shift your weight into your right foot. Get buoyant. Zip up your low belly. Hover your left knee up. Exhale, cross, figure four chair. Hands to heart center. Pressing your two palms, uniting your two sides is a way of tuning into your center. Sit a little lower. Challenge your limits while you're supported with your deep, full breath. One more big inhale. Exhale, step your left foot down. Inhale, both arms up. Nice work. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins. Plant your hands, step back, move through your vinyasa, or simply meet in downward facing dog. Vinyasas are always optional, yogis. Next, inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose, step forward, spin your left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Hands to heart center, warrior two. All right, so warrior two, hips are open, heart is open. Then notice how deep you can go into your full expression. Send your gaze over your front middle fingernail. Hone your focus. Balance your breath. And notice where you can soften. Maybe it's your shoulders, muscles of your face. Now straighten your front leg. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Lean up and back. Draw from your toes up through your core. Then expand through your right side ribs. Big movement here. Exhale, Skandasana. You'll bend your back leg, touch both hands to the earth. You can flip your front toes up or keep your foot grounded, hips high. Some of you can come deeper into your squat. Hands to heart center to add in a challenge for your balance, a challenge for your breath. Notice where you can soften within this intensity. You're fully in control, and your breath gives you the power to expand with each inhale and release what you don't need on each exhale. All right, hands to the earth, raise back up, sweep to the top of the mat, move through a low lunge, vinyasa, or straight back to downward facing dog. Pause here. Within the stillness of your shape, balance out your breath, smooth out any rough patches. Left side, inhale, sweep your left leg up. Step forward, get grounded through both heels. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. I'm going to turn to face all of you. So big open stance here. Separate your feet wide. Your heel should line up with your back inner arch or heel to heel, whatever feels best for you. But there's a lot of information about proper alignment in yoga, and we all have different life circumstances that we bring to the mat. We all have different bone shapes, different habits. Find the unique placement of your body where you can be in the fullness of your breath. Allow your life to flow and let go if other information isn't working for you. All right, straighten your front leg, flip your front palm, reverse your triangle, lean up and back, up and back, up and back. Exhale, drop down, Skandasana. Okay, there are so many ways to create the pose. Find what works for you. Squeeze your heels towards one another. Ground through all four corners of your feet. Drop deeper if it feels good to you. You can also bring in some arm variations. We're here for a couple more breaths. Next inhale, sweep forward. Both hands frame the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, yogis. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg high. Step your right knee to your right wrist. Your foot comes towards your left wrist. We're setting up for a half pigeon. Untuck your back toes. If you have some blocks, this is a great place to give yourself a little platform to lift your heart higher. Stretch from your back toe through your heart. On your exhale, pour forward. Resting half pigeon. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together. So we're not just fully letting go, releasing onto the earth. We're still engaged and very much tuned in to what's happening within your body. Then with each inhale, press up from your spine through the top of your head. With your each exhale, surrender from your skin in. Now soften towards the earth. Option here to stay or walk your hands back towards you. Shift your weight onto your right cheek. Sweep your left leg around. We'll set up for double pigeon. I'll turn to face y'all. So your right shin is parallel to the top of the mat. Left shin also parallel to the top of the mat. Key action here, tense your fingertips by your hips, lift your seat up, swing back. Now you're on the fronts of your sits bones. This is a great place to use your blocks here, either in front of you for support with your hands, your head, or if there's a lot of not very much space between your top thigh and your ribs, you can slide a block in between. Give yourself a little pressure as you go down. All right, inhale, get long. Exhale, forward fold. As you bow, turn your palms to face up, drop your head. And with each exhale, where can you let go? What can you let go? Where can you soften? And what needs to be released for you to feel free? It starts with a step. It starts with a breath. Slowly rise up. Okay. Option to step back through downward facing dog, or we just simply reset at the top of the mat with the left shin forward, right leg back. It's fun to play with transitions too, to notice what feels most natural and supportive in your body. So for half pigeon, press down through your front shin, down through the top of your back foot. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pour forward. If you're on your forearms, try turning your palms up, then drop your head. Turning your palms up in any pose is a mudra, a hand placement, a hand seal that symbolizes and communicates to every cell in your body that you are ready to surrender, that you're open to letting something go. So with your hand placement, with your shape, with your breath, what can you release with each exhale? If you did on the other side, slowly walk your hands towards you. Shift your weight onto your left cheek. Swing your right leg around. If you're really bendy, you can move your ankle bone to the outside of your knee or just keep it to the inside. Shift your hips back slightly. Inhale, stretch from your hips up through your heart. Keep the length. Exhale, bow forward. Palms facing up as you serve your arms forward. Drop your head, drop your heart. Dive deeper into your breath. And with each exhale, merge your body and your mind and choose to use this opportunity to let something go. Extra pressure that you've added onto your plate. The tension you've picked up from the people and the places that you've been. A persistent thought that isn't serving you anymore. You choose to let it go. Slowly rise back up. Extend both legs forward. Pedal out your knees. Set up for the final and most important pose, Shavasana. So keep your legs wide, lay down on your back, palms face up. I'll meet you in a seated position after you take final rest. So once you're fully on the ground, close your eyes and surrender any effort in your breath. Come back to your naturalness. As best as you can, let go of any effort physically. Let your muscles, your joints, your connective tissue, and your bones savor in the sweetness from your practice. Shavasana. If you have the space, please stay in your resting pose. If you're ready to move on, gently bring movement back to your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Then stretch your whole body long. With your next exhale, pull yourself into a small ball. Then gently roll to one side. Take a moment here, tune in. Notice how you feel after being in a conscious practice of movement, breath, and release, letting go. Keeping your eyes closed, press yourself up to a seat. Let's meet one another with our hands at heart center. And we'll seal our practice with a final Om. Take a deep breath in. Lift your prayer hands up to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Bowing forward, together we say, Namaste.